a fun and adventurous way to make something fresh out of something stale.
And we heard Girl Talk
on the aesthetic and legal margins of music.
When you experiment with cut-ups over a period of time, you find that some of the cut-ups seem to refer to future events. Stop at random and cut in a phrase. Now, how random is random?
No question, the most insidious virus in the midst of this illegal downloading of music is
Some people with some samplers.
Rich poppy noise. Sounds like Wonder Vines. Sounds like happy up-tempo, fun poppy girl.
And Michael Jackson had the Mounties called in to confiscate all copies of the CD.
Now, before we get our freak on, we need to match up our
Please, what's up? Make some noise! You all right tonight?
The operator on some level knew just where he was cutting in.
Let's stop and play a game. See if you can tell me the author of this song. If you guessed the Jackson 5, you'd be wrong. Try again. If you guessed Queen, you're still wrong, because this music was created by my favorite artist, Girl Talk. Girl Talk makes mashups. His computer is an instrument, and the notes he plays are sampled from thousands of pop music classics, cut up and rearranged to create new songs.
Pop music and or music from different genres seems untouchable. You know, Elton John seems untouchable. Obviously, they create that, they force that idea in their mind that these people are superstars and untouchable. So just being able to just manipulate and do whatever you want, and just kind of put Elton John in a headlock and just, put a beat behind him and pour a beer on his head.
Whether or not you think this music is original isn't the point, because the rules of this game don't depend on who made the song. They depend on who owns the copyright. And according to the people that do, sampling even a single note is grounds for a lawsuit. That means these kids should not be dancing. And you shouldn't be watching, because using these songs in my movie is against the rules too. And the fact that there are people out there calling my favorite artist a criminal is exactly why I need to make this film. This movie is about a war. A war over ideas. The battleground is the internet. And I take that personally, because I was born at the exact same time as the internet. I was born on a small island off the west coast of Canada. My parents were trying to get away from the world, but like all kids, I wanted the opposite. I wanted to connect back. Luckily, the creators of the internet thought the same way.
This computer would talk to this computer, sending a message first to this computer and forwarding it on to this computer, thereby acting as a relay.
Millions of computers were connected and evolved into one perfect machine, designed for a single purpose: sharing information. The internet allowed me to connect from my island to the world, to communicate ideas with millions of others, and a media-literate generation emerged, able to download the world's culture and transform it into something different. And we called our new language remix. Funny things, political things, new things were all uploaded back to the net. The creative process became more important than the product, because consumers were now creators, making the folk art of the future. But the people who owned the culture that we remixed, they represented the past, and they declared war. They didn't see a great library or an information superhighway. They saw a supermarket, and they wanted to get paid. For these people, ideas are intellectual property, locked up until purchase. They use infinite money, corporate lobbies, and lawsuits to protect their property. Let's call this side the copyright. On the other side are those who want to share ideas. We'll call them the copyleft. These people believe that the public domain must be protected to ensure the free exchange of ideas and the future of art and culture. These are the people I've traveled the world to find. Together we've drafted a manifesto, and it goes like this. Culture always builds on the past, but the past will always try to control the future. Our future is becoming less free, and to build free societies, we need to limit the control of the past. What these kids are doing on this dance floor is unraveling that control. The future and the past are dueling it out right here, and whoever wins gets to decide if ideas will be determined by the public domain or private corporations in science, industry, medicine, our entire culture. But let's start with everyone's favorite battle, music. Remember Girl Talk? He knows a lot about intellectual property, because by day, he's an engineer who samples biological data. By night, he tests how people's biology reacts to his musical data.
People have a hard time taking a step back and thinking, wow, sampling is an instrument. Potentially in the future we're going to look back and just be like, wow, I can't believe people were having these moral struggles with someone collaging two songs together. Seems like something that could be very dated very fast.
Well, what is the moral dilemma? Who would have a problem with Girl Talk's music?
I've been at the Copyright Office for more than 40 years. You need to know, I don't have a computer at home. I've never done a mashup. I've actually never downloaded, a song that was hanging out there.
Can I show you a mashup?
Sure.
So, I'll just grab any one of those, paste that into a new window. Elvis Costello radio. So if I just highlight the first kind of percussion hit. So if I put 0.25 seconds of it there, then paste 0.125 seconds of it, which is half that, and paste the 0.25 seconds again. So this is 1 second now, and this should be on a rhythm. Put in 0.125 seconds of silence. Put it twice, so it's 0.25 seconds of silence. Paste the 0.25 seconds again.
Oh my God.
Paste the 0.125 seconds.
This is a lot of copyright infringement.
Well, no, I'm just amazed at what he's doing.
So I'm just taking his notes and rearranging them. I'll put in the minimal version. Then you can put a beat underneath that. And then I'll put in the extended version. And they're kind of layering over each other so you can hear the ones that fit with each other. And I could slow either one of these down, so if I wanted to go, or speed them up, so if I wanted to go this, twice the speed and increase the pitch.
So none of it is his. He's just rearranging other stuff.
So that pretty much sounds nothing like that original song, and I would say that's roughly the equivalent of, you know, taking a familiar Beatles melody on your guitar and rearranging the notes and putting a new guitar pedal sound on it and calling it your own song.
It's taking something that was and turning it into something that it wasn't. There's a gazillion copyright questions that would be a great exam question for a copyright law class. If the answer will always be, it depends, and in part it depends on whose it is and how upset they are.
Wouldn't there be something to be said that his creativity is being limited?
No.
No?
His creativity isn't. You can't argue your creativity when it's based on other people's stuff.
Well, why not? Girl Talk's music is obviously creative. Remember the manifesto? Culture always builds on the past. And it didn't start with Girl Talk. He isn't the first artist to make new music from old songs.
I guess later in the evening time I feel that I made that blue up in 38.
Tell me a little of the story of it, if you don't mind.
Well, I just felt blue. And the song veiled into my mind and come to me just like that song, and I started singing and went on.
Do you know, is that the tune for any other blues that you know?
Well, this song come from the cotton field, and the boy went to put the record out while I was young.
Did you know the tune before you heard it on the record, though?
I knew the tune before I heard it on the record.
Who did you learn?
I learned it from Son House.
So right now I'm going to introduce the loop from the Led Zeppelin song, Whole Lotta Love. And I'm going to have kind of an A-B comparison between that riff and the riff from Muddy Waters, You Need Love.
Way down inside, woman, you need love. I know you need love. You just gotta have some love. This may be my last time. This may be my last time, children. Song veiled into my mind and come to me just like that song, and I started singing and went on. I knew the tune before I heard it on the record.
Who'd you learn it
So if artists build on the work that came before them, then a healthy public domain is essential to creativity. Because in the public domain, we can freely build on earlier works. It's part of evolution. Think Mozart, Shakespeare, or Thomas Edison. But these days, the public domain isn't so healthy. Let's play the game again. See if you can sing the lyrics to this next song, written in 1893 and still not in the public domain. If you so much as hummed that, then you're a copyright criminal. Because to sing it in a theater, restaurant, or any other public space, the law requires you to pay royalties. But you wouldn't be paying this money to the two sisters who wrote the song, because they died a long time ago. You'd be paying Warner Chappell, the world's largest music publisher. The song makes them millions of dollars a year in licensing revenue. So what do you think would happen if Girl Talk and I were to ask permission to sample from the people who own the history of music?
That's good, dude.
Yeah, hi. I'm wondering if you can pass me on to the copyright manager?
No, they only take emails. They don't take calls.
Is there anybody that just can kind of explain it to me?
Hey.
Hi there.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I'm making a documentary film, and one of the characters, he uses a lot of different samples in his music.
Okay.
Do we have to clear that for a film as well?
Has he released his CD or recording of this music?
Should I hang up?
Alright, well, it's very possible that he has not cleared the samples through us. He's legally not allowed to use any of these songs unless he clears the samples through us first.
So let's do the math. This Girl Talk song crams 21 songs into 3 minutes. Each title is owned by an average of 4 corporations who want at least $2,500 per sample. That makes $210,000 just for the publishers. The recordings are owned by labels, another $52,000. So far, that's $262,500. To clear his album, he'd be looking at well over $4 million. And the best part is that if any of these 85 corporations don't like mashups, they can just pull the plug. And if you keep on making the music, well, that's when the lawsuits start happening. So how did it come to this? Well, believe it or not, copyright was originally designed to encourage people to create, not stop them.